Hello everyone, Ashram here, and today I'll be looking at the DP28, going over modding, the weapon stats, and show off some gameplay of it, and then later on, pros and cons. So first off, I'll check out the stats, and pretty much all you need to know is it's a light machine gun, starts out with 39 damage. That's actually really good for a light machine gun. The rate of fire is pretty slow. It's only 553. You can speed mod it to 720. So not the best rate of fire, but as far as tier 1 LMG goes, that's pretty good. And you get 39 damage as base out to 50 meters. So 50 meters, that's pretty respectable. As well, magazine 47, that's good. The ammo you get is respectable. The reload time, it's actually should be 5.7, and that's actually the fastest of any tier 1 as well as tier 2 LMGs, apart from the BAR. The equipment points, obviously 7 slots since it is an LMG, and credits, 158,000 credits, so pretty decent, not too expensive. And lastly, you require rank 9 to unlock this under infantry assault. So to get infantry assault, you basically just grind with a semi-automatic or a bolt action, or get your hands on either Sturmgewehr, AVS, or M2 carbine. So now for some modding. So on to the modding part now. With pretty much all LMGs, as far as bullet goes, you're only gonna want to run the standard bullet, and that's because if you put on any of the other bullets, it just makes the stability of the LMG so bad. Like, even say the best bullet here, yeah, it gives you damage and range, but it still messes with your accuracy and your stability. You don't want that, so always standard bullet. As far as sights go, sight is one of those optional things. You can put the sight on if you want. It will give you a tighter spread. It also, judging by the chart here, makes the stability of your gun worse, even though it doesn't actually show that it makes the stability worse. As far as trigger goes, now there's really 2 builds you can run with the DP. You can run it just stock, or you can speed mod it by adding the trigger and adding the spring, and this will put your DP up to 720 rate of fire, so it'll be a lot faster than the 553 standard, making it slightly less stable, maybe a little less accurate as well. But the important thing is you're going to be shooting out more rounds faster. You'll be able to engage close combat as well as even medium combat just fine with the DP. As far as the last option here, the barrel, you can go with stainless steel. This will give you your accuracy as well. It looks like there's a hidden downfall here as you're losing a little bit of stability. Or you can go with chrome line, which is basically what you can run on every single LMG. It doesn't give you any negative effects, and it increases your range. So now your range is maybe out to 60 meters, and as well increases your damage by, it looks like 1 or 2 damage. So not too bad. It's always going to be a 3-hit kill no matter what. Now there is one other build that I've tried with the DP, and that's actually running heavy bolt as well as the heavy ball ammo. This makes your gun super inaccurate. Like, the recoil is really big with it, and I thought this build would actually make the gun a 2-shot kill, but it seems it fell a little short here. It looks more like 49 damage, so this isn't a good, it's not worth it. So, but that's okay, that's what testing is for anyways. So I like to run it just speed modded 720. You got a good reload, you got enough in the magazine. It's a great gun. As far as badges and extras go, Fast reload is a great choice with any LMG, or tight grip to help reduce your cone expansion when you're firing full auto with it. Extra equipment, having a grenade or a pistol is good. You can go with anti-tank if you want, but keep in mind if you do put on, say, some anti-tank, it will just make your stamina so much worse than it already is. So it's just optional. You only really have 2 points, so either grenades, anti-tank, or get yourself some kind of a pistol. So that's about it for that. Now I'll go into some gameplay now. Alright, so just some key things about the DP28. It's quite precise at medium and close range. I wouldn't really use it for super long range. When you're running fast reload, it's just so good with the LMG, just get your extra reloads off. It's also like, same thing with any LMG that you're using, is fast if you can't take out your target quick enough when you're standing and you can take the time to go crouch, you should be in that crouch for just maximum efficiency. You can actually have a hard time, say, against MG42 if they're already positioned and looking at you. You might struggle. It's pretty much the only LMG you couldn't struggle with. I haven't really fought against many 1919s yet, but MG42 with its higher rate of fire, that's really the only thing you would struggle with. Other than that, maybe M2 Carbine and Thompson, since they can get those 900 plus rate of fires. You can struggle with those too when you're in close quarters. But other than that, the DP is a great gun. It's quite accurate, very easy to use and just get used to it. Well worth the credits. You can have really no issues penning airplanes, shooting, whether it's shooting pilots out or just shooting the airplane down. I mean, it works well. You got a buddy with a PDRV and you're just on the ground with your LMGs. Works great. So you can definitely score some kills like that. There's just a lot of good things about the DP. Not enough people use the gun. So just pick it up if you find it around, give it a shot. I'll leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay here. It's about 5 minutes and I'll be back for pros and cons. Hope you enjoy. Alright, welcome back. So now checking out some pros and cons now. These are not all the pros and cons, these are just some of the major ones. So starting with cons, like all LMGs, there's going to be sway when you're standing. Yes, you can mod the gun, or not mod the gun at all, just have a stock 553, and it's going to make your sway not too bad, as well as using, say, tight grip to help with your recoil when you're firing full auto, but there is still going to be sway when you're standing, so that's why crouched is pretty much the best option with LMGs whenever you can. DP, it's got 3 less bullets in comparison to the other light machine guns, but that's not that big of a deal. It's got 7 slots. Obviously, it's an LMG. You pretty much need to use the 8th slot for the extra ammo, so you can't really use any other weapon other than, say, a 2-slot grenade or pistol. You can use a bolt action or some other weapon if you want to dual wield it, but then you're gonna have to put on hoarder, which means that you're gonna be taken away from either the fast reload badge or the tight grip badge or even your heavy set badge if that's the way you want to run it. So you would have to sacrifice a badge if you want to run another weapon with this. Like all LMGs, it is sort of badge dependent. You should always be running either fast reload or tight grip. There's really no other badge that's good to run when you're using an LMG. It does take a decent grind to unlock since you need that level 9 infantry, so if you don't want to, say, buy a bolt action, you're going to have to grind a semi-automatic, or you're going to have to get lucky and just pick up a guy's god gun, the rank 12 guns, off the ground and use that as much as possible. There can be some times where if you get too close to an obstacle or surface, let's say a building, your LMG just retracts, and that can be quite annoying, so usually gotta stand about a meter away from it. And lastly here, pretty much like the more mods you put on the gun, the less accurate your gun's gonna get, but with more potential killing, and you don't need the bullet mod. So if anyone does use the bullet mod, yes, you get more damage, but your accuracy just is terrible with a bullet mod. So checking out the pros now, you can make the DP quite accurate by not running any mods at all. It's got I'd say a medium cost. A couple thousand credits a game is what you can expect to pay. It depends on how much you're firing, and if you're unloading an entire clip into every single plane that drives by, yeah, you're going to be spending extra credits per game. It does have decent RPM. It's certainly not bad. I mean, 553 is sort of in the middle point. It's like standard, say, submachine gun is around 500, 600 before they get modded, so it's not terrible in that way. And then you can mod it to 720, which does make it just as good, like just as RPM based as most of the heavily modded SMGs. It's very easy to get to use the DP. I remember the first game, even the second game, third game, I used the DP. First time using it, always getting either high kill streaks or just having fun using the gun because it's so different and not many people use the gun and not many people get to accept and that it's a good gun. It can kill so many people at, say, close medium range. The hip fire is actually decent with this gun once if you can control it a little bit. You can compete with anybody else using the DP28. Just not enough people use it. It's a great gun. And as well, to go along with that, even though it is technically classified as a tier 1 LMG, it's actually the best tier 1 LMG. It's got the fastest reload. It's got, I believe it has like the best damage as far as tier 1s go. And it can compete with the tier 2 LMGs. I'd say more than 50% of the times I do beat out those other LMG guys because my DP is just slightly more accurate. I got better control on my DP than they have on their 1000 or 1200 rate of fire guns. Just if they get the jump on me with their 1200 and they actually hit me with one of their 30 bullets that they quickly fire out, sure, they can kill me, but if it's like a fair, even fight, my accuracy, I got that going for me. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed the review. It was pretty fun. It's always fun playing with the DP28. I highly recommend picking up this gun if you are a Russian. Either use this gun or use your PDRD. They're both awesome to have. Just get this gun. Try it out. It's amazing. You won't regret making the purchase. So if you like the video, like the video. I appreciate if you also subscribe. I will continue posting much more reviews in the future, so feel free to drop a suggestion, and if I like it and feel like I can make a good video of it, I'll use it. Other than that, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.